Imagine this, a slim young boy from a small French town, surrounded by makeshift fields and a community passionate about football. By the age of 16, he was already shining as one of the brightest prospects in the sport. In a France desperate to revive its footballing legacy after years of ups and downs, this young talent seemed to be the answer. That boy was Paul Pogba, a name that would soon become synonymous with greatness, style, and controversy in world football.
Testa anche dell'Udinese, mette giù il pallone Pogba che tira da 30 metri, gol! 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 La Juve gol! Un extra gol! Un gol da extraterrestre del Paul Pogba che lo sa, indica Conte e gli dice prova a farlo tu! Questo gol!
Down in space, Azamar is free the other side, but Pogba on the volley! Pogba has scored a cracking goal! Unbelievable! Paul Pogba on the volley! Well, he scored a great goal last season against Napoli and he's repeated himself here, and now that could really be game, set and match.
Solo un tiro, Pogba! Il vantaggio della Juve al 19esimo! Finalmente Paul Pogba! Un gol d'autore in una partita mai banale.
Atrás Pogba, bateu, Pogba de novo, bateu. Gol! Olha o gol! Olha o gol! Gol da França!
Born on the 15th of March, 1993, in Lagny-sur-Marne, a small town on the outskirts of Paris, Pogba grew up in a modest but supportive household. His parents, immigrants from Guinea, instilled values of perseverance and discipline in him and his older brothers, Matthias and Florentin. Though the family lived under humble circumstances, their home was filled with encouragement and love. It was on the streets of his neighborhood where Paul first showcased his natural talent with a ball, playing endlessly and refining his technique from a very young age. His talent quickly caught attention. Pogba joined US Roissy-en-Brie, a local club where his coaches were impressed by his maturity on the field. Despite his young age, he displayed an exceptional understanding of the game and a confidence that set him apart. It was here that scouts first noticed something special. He wasn't just a talented kid, he was a rising phenomenon. At 13, Pogba made a crucial move in his career by joining the prestigious academy at Havre AC. Known for producing standout talents, the club became the perfect platform for Pogba to refine his skill. His combination of height, physical strength, and technical ability quickly made him a standout player. Coaches marveled at his ability to read the game, deliver precise long passes, and his unshakable confidence on the pitch. These attributes turned him into a complete midfielder, capable of influencing both defense and attack. In 2009, at just 16, Pogba made a life-changing decision. He signed with Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world. However, this transfer did not come without controversy. Le Havre accused United of breaching regulations by luring Pogba and his family with improper incentives. The dispute reached FIFA, which ultimately ruled in favor of the English club. This marked the beginning of Pogba's international journey, but also foreshadowed the challenges he would face off the pitch. Adjusting to life in England was not easy. At United, Pogba entered one of the most competitive youth academies in the world, where every player had to fight to stand out. But his natural talent and work ethic helped him excel. Coaches and teammates were impressed by his ability to remain calm under pressure and solve complicated situations with creativity. Even at a young age, Pogba was proving he had what it took to reach the elite level. Despite his success in the youth ranks, Pogba faced a significant obstacle: limited opportunity. With the first team, under the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson, tactical preferences often favored more experienced players. Although Pogba's talent was undeniable, he found himself relegated to secondary roles. This situation led to growing frustration for the young midfielder, who felt ready to prove himself on the grandest stage. In 2012, Pogba made a bold decision that would define his career. He chose not to renew his contract with Manchester United and joined Juventus in Italy. It was a risky move, but Pogba was determined to take a leap of faith to unlock his full potential. In Turin, Pogba found the perfect environment to thrive. Surrounded by seasoned players like Andrea Pirlo, Claudio Marchisio, and Arturo Vidal, Pogba flourished. In his first season, he not only established himself as a starter, but also won the hearts of fans with outstanding performances. His ability to score spectacular goals and control the tempo of the midfield quickly made him one of Europe's most exciting talents. Beyond his on-field exploits, Pogba's unique style, complete with bold haircuts and a charismatic personality, made him a global icon. Pogba was not just a player. He was a rising brand and a symbol of a new generation of footballers who combined talent with personality. In his early years with Juventus, Pogba helped the team secure multiple Serie A titles, cementing their dominance in Italian football. But beyond the trophies, what truly stood out was his ability to lead with his game, inspire teammates, and captivate fans. The promise he had shown at Le Havre and Manchester United was now materializing in a player destined to leave an indelible mark on football. At Juventus, Paul Pogba found the perfect stage to showcase his immense potential. The midfield, already brimming with talent like Andrea Pirlo, Arturo Vidal, and Claudio Marchisio, became the ideal learning ground for Pogba. Rather than being overshadowed by these seasoned players, he stood out, proving that he was not only capable of competing at the highest level, but also of excelling. In his first season, Pogba delivered a series of standout performances that cemented his place as a key player. Fans quickly grew to adore him, not just for his game-changing goals from outside the box, but also for his ability to dictate the tempo of matches with composure and precision. His flair on the field, combined with his off-field charisma, transformed him into a fan favorite and one of football's most exciting prospects. Pogba was more than just a footballer. He was a spectacle. His flamboyant haircuts, signature celebrations, and vibrant personality made him a marketing dream. Juventus wasn't just benefiting from his contributions on the pitch, they were also reaping the rewards of his global appeal. Pogba became a symbol of the modern footballer, talented, marketable, and unapologetically unique. By his second season, Pogba had established himself as a linchpin in Juventus's midfield. His performances were instrumental in helping the club secure consecutive Serie A titles, solidifying their dominance in Italian football. He was named the Golden Boy in 2013, an award given to Europe's best young player, and his stock continued to rise. Despite his youth, Pogba displayed a maturity and versatility that belied his age. Whether playing in a defensive role, as a box-to-box midfielder, or pushing forward into attacking positions, he delivered with consistency. His ability to adapt to different situations on the pitch set him apart and caught the attention of top clubs across Europe. Pogba's talents were not limited to club football. In 2014, he starred for France in the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Though the French team's journey ended in the quarterfinals, Pogba's performances stood out, and he was awarded the best young player of the tournament. His combination of technical ability, physical strength, and tactical intelligence made him one of the brightest stars of the tournament. The recognition he received on the global stage only increased his value. By 2015, Pogba was on the radar of every major club in Europe. Juventus faced the challenge of retaining their star player while fielding offers that promised record-breaking sums. In 2016, Manchester United made headlines by securing Pogba's return for a staggering €105 million, making him the most expensive player in football history at the time. For Pogba, it was a homecoming. For United, it was a statement of intent. They were bringing back the prodigal son to lead the club into a new era under manager Jose Mourinho. The transfer announcement was a spectacle in itself, complete with social media campaigns and promotional videos that emphasized Pogba's global status. Expectations were sky high. Pogba wasn't just expected to excel on the field. He was tasked with embodying the identity of the new Manchester United. Adjusting to life back in the Premier League was not without its challenges. Pogba's first season was a mix of brilliance and growing pains. On one hand, he delivered crucial moments, including a pivotal goal in the Europa League final against Ajax, helping United secure the trophy. On the other, he faced intense scrutiny from the British media, which dissected his every move both on and off the pitch. One of Pogba's defining characteristics is his versatility. At United, this often meant being deployed in various midfield roles depending on the team's needs. While this showcased his adaptability, it also added to the criticism. Fans and pundits alike debated whether Pogba was being used effectively, and some questioned if the team was built to maximize his strengths. Despite the challenges, Pogba produced moments of undeniable brilliance. In the 2018 derby against Manchester City, he scored 2 goals in quick succession to lead United to a dramatic comeback victory. Performances like these reminded everyone of his immense talent and why United had invested so heavily in him. While Pogba's time at United was a roller coaster, his performances with the French national team told a different story. The 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia marked the pinnacle of his international career. Pogba was not just a player, he was a leader on and off the pitch. In the final against Croatia, Pogba scored a stunning goal from outside the box, symbolizing his importance to the team, but his contributions went beyond goals. His speeches in the locker room, filled with passion and motivation, inspired his teammates to give their all. France's 4-2 victory in the final secured their second World Cup, and Pogba emerged as one of the tournament's standout players. His performances were a testament to his ability to rise to the occasion, silencing critics and solidifying his status as one of football's elite. Pogba returned to Manchester United as a World Cup winner, with fans expecting him to bring that same level of leadership and excellence to the club. Initially, he seemed poised to do so, delivering strong performances and playing with confidence. However, the challenges persisted. Injuries, tactical inconsistencies, and the weight of expectations continued to affect his form. While Pogba had moments of brilliance, the narrative around him remained divisive. After the triumph of the 2018 FIFA World Cup, Paul Pogba returned to Manchester United as a hero. He was now a world champion, and expectations for his performance were at an all-time high. Fans hoped he would bring the same magic and leadership he had shown in Russia to the club. However, what followed was a turbulent period, marked by injuries, inconsistent performances, and relentless scrutiny from the media and fans alike. The 2018-2019 season started positively for Pogba. Under Jose Mourinho, he displayed flashes of brilliance, delivering key goals and assists. One standout performance was in the Manchester derby, where Pogba scored twice to inspire a memorable comeback victory against Manchester City. However, his relationship with Mourinho began to deteriorate as the season progressed. Tensions between the two became public, leading to speculation about Pogba's future at the club. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer replaced Mourinho in December 2018, Pogba's form improved significantly. During Solskjaer's early months, Pogba thrived, becoming the driving force behind a series of wins. He scored goals, provided assists, and played with the flair and confidence that had once made him a global superstar. Yet, as the season wore on, United's performances dipped, and Pogba found himself once again at the center of criticism. From 2019 onwards, injuries began to disrupt Pogba's career. Persistent ankle problems sidelined him for significant portions of the 2019-2020 season. Although he returned to action towards the end of the campaign, the long periods of inactivity affected his match sharpness and rhythm. The injury struggles continued in subsequent seasons, with Pogba suffering from muscular problems and other physical setbacks. These recurring issues prevented him from maintaining consistency, both for Manchester United and the French national team. Despite his limited appearances, Pogba still managed to deliver moments of brilliance when fit. His long-range goals and incisive passes reminded fans of the immense talent he possessed. However, these moments were overshadowed by questions about his fitness and speculation about his commitment to the club. In the summer of 2021, Pogba represented France at the delayed Euro 2020 tournament. Despite his struggles at club level, Pogba shone on the international stage. He was one of France's standout players, showcasing his trademark vision, technique, and composure. One of the most memorable moments of the tournament was Pogba's stunning goal against Switzerland in the round of 16, a curling shot from outside the box that left the goalkeeper rooted to the spot. However, the joy was short-lived, as France was eliminated in a dramatic penalty shootout. The loss was a bitter blow for Pogba, who had performed brilliantly throughout the tournament. It was another reminder of the fine margins in football and how individual brilliance is not always enough to secure victory. Throughout his time at Manchester United, Pogba was a divisive figure. While his talent was undeniable, his perceived inconsistency and off-field activities often made headlines. The British media, known for its harsh treatment of high-profile players, frequently criticized Pogba for everything from his hairstyles to his social media presence. Pogba's agent, Mino Raiola, added to the controversy by making public statements about his client's desire to leave the club. These comments fueled speculation about Pogba's future and strained his relationship with some sections of the United fan base. Despite the noise, Pogba maintained that he always gave his best for the club. He expressed his love for Manchester United and his desire to win trophies. However, the narrative around him remained complex, with many fans and pundits divided on whether he had truly lived up to his potential. In 2022, Pogba's time at Manchester United came to an end. After 6 years filled with highs and lows, he decided not to renew his contract and returned to Juventus on a free transfer. For Pogba, it was a chance to start anew at the club where he had previously enjoyed so much success. The move was met with excitement by Juventus fans, who remembered Pogba's brilliance during his first spell in Turin. However, his return was far from smooth. Pogba suffered a series of injuries that limited his playing time and prevented him from making a significant impact. Despite these setbacks, Pogba remained determined to regain his form. He worked tirelessly in rehabilitation, aiming to return to the pitch and contribute to Juventus' success. In 2023, Pogba faced another major setback. During a routine drug test, he tested positive for testosterone, a banned substance. The news sent shockwaves through the footballing world and cast a shadow over his career. Pogba expressed shock at the results, maintaining that he had never knowingly taken performance-enhancing substances. His legal team launched an appeal, but the initial suspension stood. The ban, which could last up to 2 years, marked one of the darkest periods of Pogba's career. With his suspension in place until at least 2025, Pogba's future in football is uncertain. However, his determination to return to the sport remains unshaken. He has used this time away from the game to focus on his physical and mental recovery, preparing for what he hopes will be a triumphant comeback. Several clubs have already expressed interest in signing Pogba once his ban is lifted, a testament to the respect he still commands in the footballing world. For Pogba, the challenge now is not just to return to the game, but to rewrite his legacy. Paul Pogba's career is a story of contrasts. He has achieved incredible success, including winning the World Cup and becoming the world's most expensive player. Yet his journey has also been marked by injuries, controversies, and unfulfilled expectations. As he looks to the future, Pogba remains a figure who inspires both admiration and debate. His story is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be as compelling as everything that has come before. By 2023, Paul Pogba's career had reached a defining moment. After years of highs and lows, he faced one of the most challenging periods of his professional life, a doping suspension. Following a routine drug test, Pogba tested positive for testosterone, a banned substance in professional sports. The news sent shockwaves through the footballing world, raising serious questions about the future of a player once considered among the best midfielders of his generation. The Juventus board issued a measured response, emphasizing their commitment to upholding the integrity of the sport while monitoring Pogba's case closely. For Pogba, the suspension came at a time when he was already struggling to reclaim his form after multiple injuries. Having played fewer than 10 official matches since rejoining Juventus in 2022, this new setback cast a dark shadow over his career. The response to Pogba's suspension was polarizing. Critics seized the opportunity to condemn him, painting the incident as part of a broader narrative about his perceived lack of focus and commitment. Supporters, however, rallied around him, highlighting the immense pressures elite athletes face and framing the suspension as a misstep rather than a reflection of his character. Pogba himself was visibly shaken by the situation. In statements to the media, he expressed his shock at the test results and reiterated that he had never intentionally taken banned substances. His legal team launched an appeal, working tirelessly to mitigate the damage. Initial ruling of a 2-year suspension stood. The ban effectively sidelined Pogba from competitive football until at least March 2025, a devastating blow for a player in the prime of his career. The suspension was the culmination of a difficult period for Pogba. Since his return to Juventus, injuries had limited his time on the field and his performances were sporadic. Muscle strains and recurring physical issues prevented him from building momentum, leaving fans yearning for the Pogba who once dominated games with ease. For a player who built his reputation on strength, skill, and creativity, this phase was a monumental challenge. Pogba's career has always been about more than just his footballing ability. It's about his influence, his charisma, and his ability to inspire. The suspension tested not only his physical resilience, but also his mental fortitude, forcing him to confront a level of adversity few players experience. Pogba's career has long been a subject of debate. For some, he represents the epitome of modern football, a supremely talented player with global appeal who bridges the gap between sport and culture. For others, he is a symbol of unfulfilled potential, a player whose brilliance has been overshadowed by inconsistency and off-field distractions. The suspension only deepened this divide. While critics pointed to the incident as evidence of Pogba's decline, supporters saw it as a harsh punishment that failed to consider the broader context of his struggle. Regardless of perspective, one thing was clear: Pogba's legacy was at a crossroad. Despite the challenges, Pogba remained steadfast in his determination to return to football. In interviews, he has spoken candidly about the pain of being away from the sport he loves, but also about his resolve to come back strong. For Pogba, the suspension is not the end, it is an opportunity to reset, refocus, and reclaim his place among football's elite. What is remarkable is the continued interest in Pogba from top clubs worldwide. Despite his suspension, several teams have expressed a desire to sign him once his ban is lifted. This speaks volumes about his enduring reputation and the respect he commands in the footballing community. Pogba's talent, after all, is undeniable, and his ability to connect with fans and inspire teammates makes him a valuable asset both on and off the pitch. Pogba's story is, at its core, one of resilience. From his early days in Lagny-sur-Marne to his rise as a World Cup winning midfielder, his journey has been marked by challenges that would have broken lesser players.
Yes, for sure. That means that I take responsibility of, yes, I took the supplement and I didn't triple check, let's say it like that. I didn't triple check even if it came from a professional. But if I have to be punished, let's say it like that, I'm fine with it. Okay, but it should never be for years. That's the thing, that's why I'm like, okay, I will be punished, and they give me 4 years, and I will accept to get 12 months. You know?
Pogba's suspension is not just a test of his resilience, it is also an opportunity for redemption. If he can return to football in 2025 and recapture even a fraction of the brilliance he once displayed, it will be a testament to his character and determination. For his fans, it would be a triumphant comeback. For his critics, it would be a powerful reminder of why he was once considered one of the best in the world. As the clock ticks toward his return, the footballing world watches with anticipation. Pogba's journey has always been about more than just football. It is a reflection of the human spirit, a story of highs and lows, triumphs and trials. Throughout his career, Paul Pogba has proven to be much more than just a footballer. He is a symbol of hope, a cultural icon, and a source of inspiration for millions around the world. His journey, marked by moments of triumph and trials, embodies the duality of football, the ability to achieve extraordinary heights while facing immense adversity. From his humble beginnings in Lagny-sur-Marne to lifting the World Cup in 2018, Pogba has been a player who transcends the game. On the pitch, his ability to transform a match with a single pass or a spectacular goal solidified his status as one of the most complete midfielders of his generation. March 2025. The footballing world waits eagerly for the next chapter in Pogba's story. His return is more than just a sporting event, it is a moment of redemption, a chance for Pogba to redefine his narrative and reclaim his place among football's elite. Remarkably, despite his setbacks, Pogba remains a sought-after figure in the footballing community. Several clubs have already expressed interest in signing him once his ban is lifted. Himself, embracing both the challenges and the triumphs with the same charismatic smile. Paul Pogba's legacy is still being written. He has already achieved more than most players could dream of, but his story is far from over. The next chapter offers a chance to solidify his place in football history, not just as a player of immense talent, but as a figure who embodied the resilience and determination needed to succeed at the highest level. When Pogba steps back onto the pitch in 2025, it will not just be the return of a footballer, it will be the return of a symbol. A symbol of hope, of perseverance, and of the belief that no setback is insurmountable. His journey reminds us that greatness is not about avoiding failure, but about how one rises after falling. When people talk about Paul Pogba in the years to come, they will remember his spectacular goals, his bold personality, and his unique style. But they will also remember his struggles, his ability to confront adversity, and his unwavering spirit. Pogba is more than a footballer. He is a reflection of the complexities of the sport and the challenges of life itself. As 2025 approaches, Pogba's story stands as a powerful reminder that the best is yet to come. His legacy is not defined by the setbacks he has faced, but by the resilience he has shown in overcoming them.